Attention passionate Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle, SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a real game changer for the Seahawks and the entire NFC West. We've just learned about a major move, a trade that could completely reshape the defensive landscape of not only the Seahawks but also the division. And if you're a Seahawks fan, you know how crucial defense is, especially with how competitive the NFC West has become. So what's this big news? Well, it's about Tariq Woolen, the rising star in the Seahawks secondary, and a potential trade that might involve none other than Devin Lloyd from the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's right, an intriguing swap that could turn the tide of the Seahawks' defensive strategy this season. Let's start by talking about Tariq Woolen. For those of you who have been following the Seahawks, Woolen has been nothing short of spectacular since his rookie season. He burst onto the scene with incredible athleticism, raw talent, and a knack for making game-changing plays. That interception against the Lions last year, still fresh in our memories. Woolen's size, speed, and ball skills have made him one of the most promising young cornerbacks in the league. And now, if this trade happens, it could elevate Seattle's secondary to a whole new level. Imagine adding Devin Lloyd, a tackling machine from the Jaguars, to the mix. That's a combo that could really lock down the middle of the field and provide much-needed versatility. But why would the Seahawks make such a move? Well, it's all about strategic upgrades. Devin Lloyd has been praised for his exceptional tackling ability, his instinctiveness, and his ability to read plays before they develop. He's the kind of linebacker who can fill gaps, cover tight ends, and also blitz effectively. Adding Lloyd to the Seahawks' defense would provide a layer of toughness and consistency that perhaps has been missing at times. And of course, it's about balancing the roster, taking a player who might be seen as a liability elsewhere and turning him into a strength. That's what elite teams do. They spot the potential and make bold moves. Now, let's talk about the Seahawks' current defensive situation. Last season, the Seahawks' defense showed flashes of brilliance, but also moments of vulnerability. They've been looking for stability at linebacker, a position that's been somewhat inconsistent in recent years. Bringing in Lloyd could address that issue head-on. Plus, if Woolen stays in Seattle and continues to develop, the Seahawks could have one of the most dynamic cornerback duos in the league, especially if they also get some help from their safeties and pass rushers. Remember, Seattle's defense has been trending upward, and this move could be the cherry on top. But it's not just about individual talent. It's about how these pieces fit into the bigger picture. The Seahawks have been building a strong foundation, especially with their young core, including Woolen, who's just entering his second year. His development is crucial, and keeping him motivated and engaged is a priority. On the other hand, Devin Lloyd represents that veteran-like presence that can really shore up the linebacker core and bring a sense of stability to the defense. Imagine Lloyd's tackling ability alongside Woolen's coverage skills. That's a tandem that could make opposing offenses think twice. Of course, this kind of trade isn't just about on-field performance. It's also about team chemistry, locker room dynamics, and the long-term vision. The Seahawks coaching staff, led by Pete Carroll, has always been known for making shrewd moves and developing talent. So, if they're considering swapping Woolen for Lloyd, it's because they see a strategic advantage. They know that Lloyd's tackling prowess could be exactly what they need to take their defense to the next level, especially against some of the more potent offenses in the NFC. And speaking of offenses, let's not forget how important a solid defense is in today's NFL. With quarterbacks like Dak Prescott and teams with explosive offenses around the league, you need defenders who can stop the run, coverage tight ends, and deliver big hits. Lloyd's physical style fits perfectly into that mold. Plus, the Seahawks have been working on their pass rush, and a stronger linebacker core would complement that nicely. It's about creating a balanced defense that can adapt to different game situations and keep opponents guessing. Now, I know some of you might be wondering about the implications for the Seahawks' draft plans and salary cap. Trades like this could open up some flexibility, allowing Seattle to target other needs in the draft or to extend key players. It's all about maintaining that competitive edge and ensuring the team remains a serious contender. The Seahawks have been known for their strategic approach, and this move, if it happens, could be a sign that they're aiming even higher this season. And let's not forget the NFC West rivalry. The 49ers, Rams, and Cardinals are all stacked with talent, and every little upgrade counts. A stronger Seahawks defense with Lloyd in the fold could be the difference-maker in close games, especially in the division battles that often come down to a handful of plays. This potential trade could really shake things up and give Seattle an edge that they've been seeking for a while now. Now, as we look ahead, it's fascinating to think about how this move would influence the Seahawks' overall game plan. Would they shift more towards an aggressive, ball-hawking defense? Would Woolen get more responsibilities in coverage, or would Lloyd take on a leadership role in the middle? The possibilities are exciting and show how much thought goes into roster moves at this level. It's not just about filling spots, it's about building a cohesive unit that plays to its strengths and compensates for weaknesses. And if this trade does happen, it's also a testament to the Seahawks' willingness to take risks and be bold. They've always been a team that values leadership, resilience, and innovation. Moving Woolen for Lloyd might seem like a bold gamble, but if it pays off, it could set the tone for the rest of the league. It's about making strategic moves that aren't just quick fixes but long-term investments in success. Now, I want to remind you all of the importance of staying tuned. The NFL offseason is full of surprises, and every week brings new rumors, signings, and trades. The Seahawks, with their smart front office, are always in the mix. So whether this trade happens or not, one thing is certain: Seattle is positioning itself for a serious run. They're assembling a roster that can contend now and in the future, and that's what makes following this team so exciting. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think swapping Woolen for Lloyd is the right call? Or would you prefer to see the Seahawks keep their young star and find other ways to strengthen the defense? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the future of this team. Remember, this is a community and your voice is what makes it special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insider news, and all the latest from the Seattle Seahawks. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting our team through thick and thin. Because when it comes to the Seahawks, the best is yet to come.